They want to put Michelo in jail?
Michelo has just been expelled from Venezuela, and unfortunately he is now in the Republic of Argentina. The good thing is all the legal cases against him can finally move forward, and hopefully we'll see him in jail.
This is totally real. And guys, Michelo has gone so crazy with Chavismo that his face ended up like this. Please, let's listen to this madman.
They come to insult me, calling me a traitor and asking why I didn't kneel or go kiss Donald Trump's ass with them. Traitor? No, I have dignity. I would have preferred to die on January 3rd, literally. They didn't even give me the chance to fight. I'm a dead man walking. I couldn't defend Nicolas. I couldn't defend Venezuela.
The guy went crazy.
That's why I'm so pissed off, damn it. You guys don't know what it's like to lose everything for a cause and be betrayed.
Pay attention. This is important. Michelo was very happy with Chavismo until just a few days ago. Why did he change? Because they cut him off. It's that simple. C. Rodriguez and the Chavistas told him they no longer needed his services. We're no longer paying you? Thanks, Michelo. Take care. That's why he lost it and started calling them traitors, saying they betrayed Nicolas Maduro and so on. He claimed he would have died for Maduro. Come on, Michelo. Come on, you wouldn't have done anything against the United States. We all know that.
And sorry for getting like this, but I feel pain and frustration.
Of course.
They lied to millions. They betrayed Nicolas Maduro, Silvia Flores, and everyone who believed in him. I was willing to give my life, but they lied to us. And you, traitors to the homeland, to Bolivar, to Chavez, to humanity, to your people, the American lackeys will pay dearly. Remember that. Time will reveal the truth. I don't regret losing count.
A madman. That's what you are, Michelo. But be careful. This doesn't end here. It turns out they started to investigate a bit more about Michelo's real location. And please, let's see what's been happening. Pay attention.
It has gone viral.
Today is a historic day for me. A new beginning at my first job.
Do you remember that I told you this video of Michelo being a waiter is weird, that it's very strange? In fact, in this video, Michelo gives the address of the place and I said, no. There's something strange here. Michelo isn't telling us the whole truth. And we're going to see it right now. No.
This video announces that Michelo has returned to Argentina.
After losing everything, I'm going to do my best. I won't let my new employer down.
Let's ask if he knows he's hiring someone who worked with a group of paid propagandists.
They called the business exactly the karaoke bar where supposedly Michelo works as a waiter. Stay tuned.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Cesar. Am I speaking with the right person? Yes, that's me. I saw you hired Michelo, and that's what this is about.
You hired who?
Michelo, you hired Michelo.
Nothing to do with it. He lives elsewhere. It's unrelated. The video is old and had only been to Balkan once centuries ago.
Nothing to do with it.
Ah, okay. It has nothing to do with it.
There's nothing. Will Michelo come? They'll show him.
Of course. That's why.
Because Michelo isn't even in Argentina.
Hold on, you don't know that for sure, okay? I'm certain Michelo is no longer in Venezuela. Because Michelo wouldn't talk like that if he were in Venezuela. Not the way he's been talking about Chavismo. Michelo wouldn't say those things. Because we already know how the Chavistas would act. They would go after him. So, I assure you Michelo isn't in Venezuela. Where do you think he is? He could be in Argentina, you know? Don't be surprised if he is. It's just that maybe he's not in Salta. Maybe he's hiding somewhere else, in another city. But let's keep watching.
Right? He said he was passing by. He would tell someone where he could go. And we would tell him, but as a joke, all like that. Nothing serious, nothing to worry about.
So, an old joke video, okay.
He has worked with what's known here as the Cartel of the Suns, which is why they were going to have problems. Honestly, good for you guys.
Nothing to do with it. He hasn't even come here. Nothing to do with it.
It's clear that if Michelo arrives in Argentina, he has to be detained immediately for being a collaborator with the group, the Cartel of the Suns. That's clear, right?
We all understand that, definitely.
If you liked it, go ahead.
Incredible. This is from Cesar Moreno, okay? But this doesn't end here. Please, let's continue.
I don't know if I feel happy or sorry for Michelo because the vile Chavista socialism took advantage of his medical condition to use him as a propagandist for so long. Immediately after they took away his funding for being a bootlicker for Chavismo, they kicked him out of Venezuela and he lashed out against the Rodriguez siblings Diosdado and Nicolasito. How sad. But he stands firm because when Nicolas Maduro gets out of jail, he is the only one who has kept his dignity. Here it comes, Michelo.
You know, I wonder, does Michelo really believe that Nicolas Maduro is going to get out of prison? Please, if he thinks that, the guy is really messed up, although obviously we already knew he's kind of crazy. Now, let's continue.
It's necessary to clarify this. First, Michelo is not Venezuelan. For those who know, Michelo is Argentinian.
One important thing, this is another propagandist for Chavismo who, for more than a year, was a great friend and ally of Michelo and spread propaganda for Nicolas Maduro's regime. Let's continue.
He's not a bad person, I'm not judging him, but what he's saying is certainly nothing but lies. Why? What's going on with Michelo? He was a victim of these big operations I'm telling you about, where they threaten, persecute, and put social pressure on him. And what happens with these attacks against this person? He becomes a victim of hate, he becomes a victim of something he doesn't understand. They publish his location, say where he lives, harass him, and follow him in a country that's not his own. How would you feel if you were in another country and you knew absolutely nothing about what was happening? Michelo, after January 3rd, shut himself away indoors, very uncertain. And the opposition and all these operations abroad have been responsible for dividing all those people who support sovereignty, democracy, who support President Delcy Rodriguez.
And one important thing, that guy confirms that Michelo shut himself away indoors, which we already knew, because we had already been saying that since what happened on January 3rd and Nicolas Maduro ended up in jail, from that day on, Michelo never showed the background of his room again. He never did it again, he never showed his apartment again, he always appeared with a white background.
They've pushed so hard with their cognitive warfare that, well, Michelo became a victim of it. He was a victim of ignorance, a victim of not understanding how a country that was bombed on January 3rd, 2 days later, was working in complete peace. And focused on not creating more chaos, not causing more losses, not bringing about more tragedies. That's what many don't understand, that while over there, abroad, the right wing was calling for invasions, chaos. They celebrated these tragedies of families who lost their loved ones, who had no political affiliation, because, as I always tell you, on that tragic day that marked history, it wasn't Chavistas who died, it was Venezuelans who didn't even have a political affiliation. So, well, Michelo snaps now.
Of course, now let's watch this, please, pay attention.
Michelo is locked in a room in Argentina and doesn't leave it. Yes, this is the same Michelo who used to dance with Nicolas Maduro and spent the whole day making little videos in the streets of Venezuela. Well, since he was kicked out of Venezuela and went to Argentina, he's been locked in his room. Nobody knows if it's because he's scared or what. Notice how all his recent videos are filmed in front of that small curtain, like the one shown there. In front of a small curtain, he hasn't made another street video. He wants the...
Just look at his videos. This is true ever since Michelo ran away, and I guarantee you the guy is not in Venezuela, obviously. I mean, it would be strange if he were in Venezuela. Ever since Michelo ran away, he always uploads his videos with a little curtain behind him.
He keeps saying that he's still in Venezuela. Michelo, I challenge you. According to you, you're in Venezuela. Come on, let's see. Go out and show the streets of Venezuela and show a newspaper with the date. Film yourself talking, saying what day it is in the streets of Venezuela. Why are you making all these videos in front of a wall, huh? You're locked up in a room over there in Salta where you live, in Argentina.
I don't know. I don't think he's in Salta, honestly. I think he uploaded these restaurant videos to make it look like he's in Salta, but I don't believe he is. But I do think he could be in Argentina, although I'm not 100% sure, obviously, although there are people who say yes, that he did return to Argentina. If this is true, I don't know what Javier Milei's government is waiting for to go and arrest this guy. Really.
People who know you are already saying you're holed up at home and don't want to go out. Come on, Michelo, take it as a challenge. According to you, you're in Venezuela. Go out and record a live video.
Okay, guys. What do you think about all this? Michelo's situation is completely crazy. We'll see what ends up happening to him. Either he gets arrested or Chavismo gets him first. Only time will tell. So gentlemen, see you next time. Bye.